Welcome to
Separate Bathrooms and other handy marriage tips. I can look forward to a holiday because of a gift I anticipate receiving, or I hear the words, I appreciate you from my partner.
Number two.
Number two. My partner, what's more meaningful to you? My partner brings me a little gift after he or she has been traveling without me. My partner takes care of something I'm responsible to do, but I feel too stressed to do at the time.
The second one.
Second one?
Yeah.
It's more meaningful to me when my partner doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking.
What?
Or gift giving is an important part of our relationship.
No, definitely the first one.
It's more meaningful to me when my partner helps me out when he or she knows I'm already tired, or I get to go somewhere while spending time with my partner.
Number two.
Okay. It's more meaningful when my partner and I are physically intimate, or my partner gives me a little gift that he or she picked up in the course.
No, number one.
How did I know that? It's more meaningful when my partner says something encouraging to me, or I get to spend time in a shared activity or hobby with my partner.
Number two.
Oh.
That surprised you?
A little bit, yeah. It's more meaningful when my partner surprises me with a small token of their appreciation, or my partner and I touch a lot during the normal course of the day.
Number two.
Okay, almost there. My partner helps me out, especially if I know they're already busy, or I hear my partner specifically tell me, I appreciate you.
I like being appreciated, but I'm going to go for number one.
Okay. My partner and I embrace after we've been apart for a while, or I hear my partner say how much I mean to him or her.
I like the physical touch. I'd go for number one.
Okay. And that's it. You're finished.
All right. So this is, we've just been, you just heard the back end of a quiz that I've taken.
Yeah, the 5 love languages. You've probably heard about it, actually. Well, I've only just heard about it, and we just started talking about it today. But there's a book called The 5 Love Languages, and it's been a bestseller on the New York Bestsellers Times list for quite some time. I think he wrote it like 20 years ago.
Okay, so now I've done the quiz.
Yeah.
You did the quiz.
I did
Is it
the
going to
quiz.
tell me what kind of person I am? Is that
Yes.
okay. So it's like an old Cleo or Dolly
I actually have
quiz.
the results right now in real time.
Oh, wow.
Cameron Daddo, you
Yeah.
love me. No.
That's true.
You, your score was an 11 by far. Your love language is quality time together.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Coming in a second is acts of service.
Okay.
Coming in at number 3 is physical touch.
Wow.
And number 4 is words of affirmation. And number 2 is, the last one is receiving gifts.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me.
Right?
Yeah. So, welcome to Separate Bathrooms. I'm Cam.
I'm Ali.
And today we're talking about this language of love.
Yeah.
And that if you're not on the same if you're not speaking the same language,
Yeah.
then it's more difficult to be in a relationship.
Yeah, and it was just so interesting to me. I heard this, I'll find his name in a minute, who wrote the book. He was talking to Oprah Winfrey, who I love.
Is that Super Soul Sunday
That's
thing?
a Super Soul Sunday. And
That's also a podcast, right?
yeah, great podcast. And they were talking about the languages of love. And he's the man who wrote it. I apologize for not using his name. He is a relationship therapist. And so he was saying how many times he has couples come in and say, the spark's gone. I feel like my husband doesn't love me anymore. And the husband says, I so love her. I'm constantly showing her how much I love her. And she says, by doing what? I don't get it. Like, I don't feel like you love me. I don't feel like you demonstrate that. And it's because they're speaking different love languages. What he feels is a loving act towards his wife. His demonstration is not what her number one act of love is to her. So, like, he might, you know, if he constantly buys her little gifts, but
she just wants to be with him.
But she just wants to be with him. She just wants to spend time with him where he's not on his phone, or he's not answering work emails, or he's listening to how she's going at work, or like that's the demonstration that she needs of love, where he thinks, oh my God, I bought her this and I bought her that. I bought her favorite perfume and I really thought about this gift. So it's not that anyone's wrong. It's just that the love languages aren't matching up.
So then, do you do that in therapy, or do you do that? You can just sit down and have a conversation. Like, I guess do the quiz.
You can do the quiz. So
what was yours? What were your results? 'Cause you did it already.
I did do it. So I found this quiz. You can look it up yourself on www.5 as in the number 5lovelanguages.com, and you'll find the quiz. So we have different love languages, honey.
Do we?
Dun, 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 which kind of surprised me. Actually, no, not really.
So you want all the physical one, don't you? That's what you just want. You just want it.
No, my first, second, and third were really close. So any of these.
Wait a second. Our first, second, and thirds were close.
My first, second, and thirds, my love language, my first and second and third love languages were all very close in the number of what you come up with. Like, yours was clearly quality time above all the rest.
Aren't you happy about that?
Yeah, I am.
Does that surprise you?
I can do that. I can give you quality time.
And you're actually really good at that. I mean,
I am really good at that.
You're good at staying off your phone.
Yep. I'm a good listener.
Excellent listener. You stay engaged.
I talk about you a lot.
Do you? Not to me. I talk about me a lot.
Yeah. So
tell me about you.
So my number one is acts of service, which surprised me a little bit.
That surprises you? I would put that as number one for you.
Yeah. Well, when I thought about it, I was like, well, I guess that's true, because it says...
what does acts of service mean?
That's a very good question. So an act of service, I'm going to read it.
Okay.
So it says, can vacuuming the floors really be an expression of love? Absolutely. Anything you do to ease the burden of responsibilities weighing on an acts of service person will speak volumes. The words he or she most wants to hear is, let me do that for you.
Oh, and do it naked.
No, just no. That's your act of service.
Do the housework naked.
No.
Okay.
So laziness, broken commitments, and making more work for them tell speakers of this language their feelings don't matter. Finding ways to serve speaks volumes to the recipient of these acts. And when I read that, I was like, that's so true. When you say to me, it's okay, honey, I will do this. I've got this. And it's not stressing you out either. You go, I'll do it. I'll handle it. I'll go pick up the kids. Because it's a lot what usually a lot of mums end up doing when they're, the working and caring for the house and caring for the kids and what have you. So, so that made a lot of sense to me. My close second was words of affirmation, and now that's not going to surprise you, right?
It doesn't really hit me, no.
Oh, really?
Actually, words of affirmation mean me telling you how great you are and how much I love you, or how wonderful you look. Yeah,
just saying no, not so much how I look, but just that you love me, and hearing the reasons behind why you love me. Like, that's those sorts of affirmations. And just like, I'm so happy to see you, or I'm so happy to spend time with you, and I love being with you. And
so you like that. That's your second one.
Yes. Look at this. You've just found something out about me.
Well, I have, because I think sometimes you don't hear me when I say stuff like that.
Really?
Yes. Because I'll go, I love you, and you don't respond. And then you'll go, you might be a little upset that I haven't paid you that attention. And I'll say, but I did, and I have. You're not listening to me.
Do you know, isn't this interesting? Because this has been an issue with you and I since we met, because I will say things to you and you'll say, you never said I looked good in this outfit, or or you didn't say.
We're getting back to the mankini again.
You didn't say this, or what did you think about?
Well, it's usually about after a show.
Yeah, what did you think about that song? And I said, I already told you I loved it. Did you? Did you love it? You didn't really say much about it. Yeah. Right?
That's because I'm insecure and I don't hear it, and I've got something in my mind.
Yeah, I'm
Here's
doing
what
the same.
I've got something in my mind that I want you to say, and if you don't nail that bit, then I don't hear it. All I'm going, she hasn't. That's not the bit I'm talking about. It's not that song. It's the other song, or it's that scene, or Yeah, and that's when I get confused. Or, no, it's not a confusion. It's I want more, and I haven't heard, because I've been looking for a validation in something else, and I didn't get it. I got it in another place, and I haven't heard it because I'm going. She hasn't given me the answer that I wanted. That makes sense. I'm screwing up my face.
Kind of.
Anyway,
yeah.
well, we've got off track. Now we're back on me. It's on you. So.
Well, no. I mean that, but I think that's really interesting that the both of us are not hearing. We both like, one of our languages of love is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? That was number 4 on your 4 out of 5 for you. So that was quite low on your list of priorities.
Because I think I value the time together.
Yeah.
But I really do. We've spent so much time apart in our marriage, where I've gone to places and done things and had experiences that I've wanted you to be a part of.
Yeah.
That's what I cherish the most, I think. Probably more than affirmations. I still want to hear stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think more to the point, I like being around you. I like hanging out.
And thanks, honey. I hear you.
Hear that?
Gotcha. But I think, when you've been in a relationship for so long, I think those sorts of saying those words of affirmation you can start to really forget to say those things. It's like, oh, she knows I love her. We've been together for 25 years. I don't need to tell her anymore.
Well, I think that's definitely true.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the partner may be feeling like, I don't know if he likes me anymore. I don't know. He doesn't ever tell me he loves me anymore. So it's a great conversation to have about what do you need to hear? What sounds... We kind of touched on it a little bit last week when we talked about the script, the swimsuit script, or, just to say that. But I think that kind of opens up a whole other realm.
Yeah, but this is maintenance. This is long-term relationship maintenance, because I think when you first start off and you're in that honeymoon period of a relationship, whether you're married or not, when you've first gotten together and you're doing all the things, often you have that hologram up where you're showing all the best bits, of your relationship and things. And then as you start to get to know each other, and this is where people, can get bored, and go, she's just not lighting my fire anymore. But I think the more that you go through disagreements or misunderstandings, and you actually work through stuff, you get to know your partner better, and you go deeper into the relationship. And I think every time we've had some sort of disagreement or challenge, and we've chosen to go through it, and you come out the other side, the relationship is that much deeper,
definitely,
and more meaningful.
Yeah.
So I think this little quiz, is great for marriage or relationship maintenance, and drop into it. I mean, you could do it every 6 months or whatever, and just go, here, where are we at?
Yeah.
What do you need? It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
It's time to upgrade to Awara, the organic luxury hybrid mattress made with natural foam and New Zealand wool fibre for maximum comfort and cooling. Rest easy knowing that every time you choose Awara, 10 trees will be planted to restore forests in Africa, and fruit trees will be donated to help local farmers get on the path to food security and financial stability. With free shipping and returns, plus a forever warranty, you can't go wrong. AWARA sleep.com and use code HEALTH for $350 off. Plus, we will plant 100 trees with your purchase.
I found the guy's name who wrote it. Gary Chapman.
Oh, Gary.
Gaza.
Chappers.
Gaza wrote it.
How could we? I never saw it.
I don't know.
Gaza Chapman.
12 million copies sold.
Wow.
It's 25 years ago he wrote this, which isn't that clever. So he just observed couples.
So that's mid-90s he wrote that.
Yeah. He observed couples and he just watched the dynamic. And it was this same repetitive pattern that he just noted down, what kept on breaking down a relationship. And then he just was able to sort of fine-tune it to, I'm sure that there's more, there's more you can add to it yourself. Yeah. But that's what he got it down to. There's a thing here too. I'm just looking at this. How cute is
your
this?
Thing you'd Did you like? Oh, I'll ask you this question
it's,
after.
You can download an app, and it's called the Love Nudge app.
A Love Nudge?
Love Nudge, and it says introducing Love Nudge for couples. It's like a fitness app for relationships.
Well, see, there you go. If I'm thinking of Love Nudge, I'm thinking of like a 2:00 in the morning, son of you awake thing. But that's what I'm talking about is maintenance.
Yeah.
And if it's on an app.
Yeah, I wonder what it does.
Cool. I wonder if there's an alarm giving you a little love nudge.
Tell your wife she's beautiful now, quick.
Yeah.
Put your phone down. Yeah, but then you're like, oh, my phone's in my hand.
I need to bring
Quality
that up on my
time.
Smooth FM thing. On my show.
Yeah. Yeah, get a glass of wine and turn your Love Nudge app on.
Run the bar, give your wife a love nudge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget the chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was I just thought that was really we actually got the same score for physical touch. We got both of us had a 5.
Out of what?
I don't know.
Because that could be 5 out of 100.
It could
be. We always need to. We need to
of.
give that maintenance. That's a good one.
Both of us.
To keep addressing that.
I got a 1 for receiving gifts, and you had 2. So you like receiving gifts a tiny bit more than me.
So you don't like receiving, or it's not that you don't like receiving gifts.
None of it's not that you don't
you don't
like.
value receiving gifts as highly as being told.
There's more meaningful things for me, for sure, than receiving gifts. Because
Right.
is it lovely? Of course.
You've
it is.
always liked giving gifts more than you have receiving gifts.
That is one of my languages of love, for sure. As you know, is that I love to give gifts.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. This has been a bit of a bone of contention in our relationship through the years. Is that Ali just piles the gifts on to anyone that's her friend. You've always given gifts, and I've gone, we don't have the money for that. How much did that cost? Really? You didn't just get her 1 pair of shoes? You've got her shoes, a handbag, and a hat too? Do we have to do that? And what? That's an electric blanket?
Oh God!
And some flowers? No, Al's always been very generous. So yeah, okay. But receiving gifts, you're kind of And I've always felt like I had to keep up with the Joneses in terms of I had to keep up with you. So I've often given you a lot of station crap, basically, to fill a stock, like...
Station crap, as in like Smooth FM cups and stickers as a gift.
Rocky Horror Show,
No, you haven't.
No, I'm thinking just sort of stocking stuffers, like Christmas stocking stuffers.
Right.
Just to sort of make up the numbers.
Yeah.
Going, fuck, I better get her something else. And that's not enough. I better get her that Audrey Hepburn silk scarf.
Yeah, see, that's not my love language, and you thought, and there you are thinking that it was, where that's very low on my list.
Yeah, and then I'd see them being put out 2 years later in the chuck out bin or the donation bin. Going, you never wore that.
What would mean more to me is if when you say acts of service, right? If you say, honey, I will take care of
The dog.
whatever. I will take care of buying Christmas gifts for the children. That's never
Never going to
happened.
happen.
Yeah, let's think of something else.
I don't even know their names. What are you doing?
There's a quote saying, every Christmas I love watching my father act just as surprised as me when I open a gift from Mum and Dad.
Guilty
it's so
charged.
true. You go, what did you get? Well, don't you know, Dad? Your name's on the tag. No. Could you tell me what
I was working
what
really
did I give
hard
you?
to give the money to pay for that. Mummy had the time to do it.
But you know what? It's something that I love doing. So I'm actually quite happy to do that. I do love, though, when you do the stocking stuffers for the kids, though.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
That's a fun thing.
Like
that we
I said,
do.
I'm pretty practiced at stocking stuffers.
You are, yeah. You got that down pat. So yeah, it was a really. I highly recommend that for couples to go look it up.
So what is it called again?
It's called Five. So it's called 5 Love Languages. There is a book, which I don't have, but there's a quiz, 5lovelanguages.com. So there's resources and events and podcasts, and you can subscribe and all sorts of stuff on here. But you can, it's kind of nice. I love that someone's out there working to give you practical tools to enhance your relationship. I think that's really kind.
Isn't that what we're doing? Or attempting to
I guess
do?
so.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
whole
we are.
reason why we're
Well,
here.
yeah, because that's what we've just given out, that information. Maybe that
Yeah.
will help someone.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, well, now we've done that.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of time left for this week, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you. You had your 50th birthday last week.
Yes.
How was that experience? Because we talked about how you were feeling about turning 50. Now you are 50. You've had the party. We're going to go on a bit of a holiday with the kids.
Yeah.
How has anything changed from the lead up to now that you've crossed over into the threshold of 5? Oh yeah.
No, nothing.
You're supposed to say yeah, baby. Yeah.
No,
all
it's
these
kind
things.
of like, when you say to kids when they're little and, oh, you're a teenager now. How different do you feel? I don't feel any
Oh,
different.
so that's a really dumb uncle question, isn't it?
I wouldn't call it that.
Get out, uncles ask nephews,
Yeah, I know.
nieces dumb questions.
Sometimes
You're like,
aunts as well.
God, this stupid Uncle Dick. Why did you ask that question?
I'm just 50 now. So
I'm 50.
I'm 50.
Fabulous and 50.
So I'm happy to be 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your party?
The party was just delightful, as you know. It was so full of love, and you created a beautiful party for me.
Thank
That
you.
was an amazing act of service.
Ah.
Yes. I had to do nothing. I had nothing. It was actually quite difficult for me to do nothing.
You didn't do nothing. You made the salad.
But when it's a party, normally, it's the two of
So
us.
we had a potluck party. Basically, there's 40-odd people came to our home, and potluck in America was the thing. I think they have them here, but I'm not.
Of course they have them here.
Do you call them potlucks here?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. Everyone bring a dish.
Yeah.
You want to share. So, we did the staples, chicken wings and barbecue sausages, and put some bread out and some
Mango salad and
mango salad. How
regular
good was
salad.
that?
And, yeah.
That was good.
Anyway,
yeah. So we did that and put the beers out and some champers and stuff, and everyone brought a dish, and it was fabulous. And the kids spoke.
I knew you were going to speak because you told me you would, which was beautiful. And I had hoped that the kids would speak. And when they did, words of affirmation, it was spectacular just to hear each child talk about how they felt about me. And I've not really heard them speak quite like that before in front of,
Well, they've never done that.
a backyard full
They were
of
young.
people.
Yeah, they were young at my 50th. They were 5 years younger.
Yeah.
And so they didn't do that for mine.
Yeah.
it was wonderful to hear them.
Yeah.
Hear them so.
Each of them cried, which was gorgeous as they spoke. Happy tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, happy tears and lovely. And Bodhi, who's our youngest, that what she said, I didn't think, because she was through the tears, but she said she thanked everybody at the party for helping you to become the person that you are.
Yeah.
And I thought, and Bodes is 13, and to come up with that, I mean, I don't know any adults that would come up with something like that.
I know.
It was just, it was a very kind, generous thing, embracing thing of everybody there to say.
Yeah.
Very cool. She takes after me. You know? It's not something
Lucky
I
her.
would never have said something like that. She clearly takes after her mum.
Aw. Thanks, honey. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
No, thank you again for throwing that together. It was really lovely. Really, really sweet.
I appreciate
really
that.
love-filled. So,
Excellent.
yeah, speaking of love-filled, that's the end of the show.
A show? Are we a show?
Isn't it?
We're a podcast.
Podcast show.
I don't know if it's a show.
Yeah.
I always think kind of a show you're putting on a show, and I feel like this is something a little different to that.
Okay.
So anyway,
Got it.
We're all done. We're all done for this week. Have a brilliant week. We're heading off to a destination for a few days for Al's 50th birthday. Should we say where we're going? We're going to the land of the long white cloud. So I've been there. Ali and the kids have not.
New Zealand, we're talking about. Yeah.
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 And cannot wait. So we'll talk to you when we get back.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We are Separate Bathrooms. Hit us up on the Facebook page. If you've got friends, tell them about us. There's a lot of people. I talk about this. Like I was talking to a guy on the golf course the other day, and he said, "What are you up to?" You know, I said, "I'm doing Home and Away and Smooth FM at nights and do a podcast with my wife." What's that called? Separate Bathrooms and Other Handy Marriage Tips. That's hilarious. I've got to listen to that. So help us get the word out. That would be really great. I'm on Instagram at Cameron Daddo.
Yeah, we're telling them again. Okay,
Yeah, why
and
not?
Ali Daddo.
Yeah,
On
and then we got
Instagram.
the Facebook page. So
Yes.
and I'm on there. I don't know, I'm not on there every day, but you know, we're growing. We're a growing family.
Yeah,
of
it's nice.
bathroomers.
We're all using separate bathrooms somewhere in the world.
There's a lot of water.
All right.
A lot of flushes. Take good care.
Catch you next time. Bye.
Ciao.
Hi, this is Brooke Devard from Naked Beauty. Are you tired of feeling housebound? I sure am. Break free with the new Unbound cordless auto curler from Conair. It's a high-performance auto curler that's rechargeable and gives you up to 60 minutes of cord-free runtime. Just think of all of the incredible hair looks you can create in 60 minutes unbound away from your wall. Don't get tied down by cords. Love your look, live unbound. Check it out at conair.com and search Unbound.